Om Asmadgurubhyo Namaha. Krishno Rakshatu no Jagatraya Guru. Krishnam Namasyamyaham. Krishne Namarasitravo Vinihataha. Krishnaya Tasmai Namaha. Krishna Deva Samudhidam Jagadidam. Krishnasya Dasosmiham. Krishne Tishtati Sarvametadakilam. He Krishna Samrakshamam. Jai Sivanarayana. With blessings of Sri Chinnaji Swamiji, we are continuing Bhagavad Gita. We are in chapter 7. We finished sloka 21. We'll continue with sloka 22. I'll share my screen. Okay. You can see sloka 22.
Yes, sir, we can see it.
Okay. Please chant. Sataya Shraddhaya Yuktaha
Sataya Shraddhaya Yuktaha
Tasyaradhanamihate
Tasya Dharamihate
Labhate cha tatah kaman
Labhate Chatatah Kaman
Mayaiva vihitan hitan.
Mayaiva Vihitan Hitan
Let's chant together. Sataya
Sataya
Shraddhaya
Shraddhaya Yuktaha
Tasyaradhanamihate
Labhate Chatatah
Kaman
Mayaiva
Mayaiva
Vihitan
vihitan
Hitan.
hitan. Jai Shri Narayana. So, in the previous sloka, Lord Krishna made it very clear to us that whoever devotee is desiring to worship a devata, if I want to worship a devata, that that devotion is given to us by Paramatma only, given to us by Lord Krishna only. Okay, and he is the one who is making it firm, and it's not, we may have the intention to do it, but he is the one who is making it happen, right? So the intention is ours, but the effort is his. Probably, right? So he is the one who is making it happen for us. So, and with the devotion, we are able to serve the Devata, worship the Devata, and the Devata is giving whatever we are requesting for, right? So in this particular sloka, Lord Krishna is saying, Saha Taya Shraddhaya Yuktaha. Saha, one who is Shraddhaya Yuktaha, one who is united with that steadfast faith, right? That steady faith, enduring faith. Okay, one who is with faith. Tasya aradhanam ihate, desires to perform worship of these devatas. Tasya, those devatas, aradhanam ihate, desires to worship, right? Tataha cha, from that worship of the devatas, tan kaman labhate, obtains those desires. Tan kaman labhate, obtains those desires. So one who is having, one who is united with steadfast faith in the devatas, one who has devotion, right, towards the devatas. The devotion is supported by Paramatma only. So one who is worshipping those devatas desires to perform worship, thinking of something, right? They want something from the devatas. That is a desire that they have. So with a desire, they are worshipping the devata. So that from that worship of the Devata, they are attaining that desires fulfilled. Okay. Here's the catch. Maya eva vihitan, granted by me only. It is not that the Devatas are giving you independently. They are not the ones who are fulfilling your wishes. Okay. You are worshipping those Devatas. The devotion is coming because of me. With that devotion you are worshipping, the Devatas are giving you something, right? They are fulfilling your desires. That is also granted by me only. Okay. So it is not that Devatas can independently give whatever we are asking for. What they cannot, satisfy our desires, fulfill our desires independently. It is Paramatma only behind the Devatas, giving them the ability, giving them the permission, or whatever is needed in order to fulfill our desires. Okay. So our faith is becoming firm because of Paramatma. And we are getting our desires fulfilled through the Devatas. It appears to us that the Devatas are the ones who are giving to us. But Lord Krishna is making it very clear that he is the one who is behind the Devatas in granting our desires. Okay. So whenever, it is okay to approach a Devata, not a problem, right? But don't think that that devotion is coming because of us. I have the devotion. I am able to pray to this Devata. I am able to do this, whatever, rules and regulations are there in order to worship the Devata. I'm the one who is doing it. And then when the Devata, when our desire is fulfilled, we shouldn't be thinking that the Devata is independently giving it to us. Paramatma is the one who is behind the Devata giving to us. So basically, we are praying to Paramatma through the Devata. Don't stop it to the Devata. When we worship the Devata, don't stop with the Devata. You have to worship the Paramatma who is supporting the Devata. Right? So if we stop with the Devata, then we don't know about Paramatma completely. We think that Devatas are the ones that are giving to us, but it is not. Right?
I mean, this knowledge is hard for a common person to understand. I mean, for people who are doing, unless you read Bhagavad Gita, right? Like, you won't pretty much. It's not like something you find it.
Yes, right. That's exactly the reason why Paramatma is giving this knowledge to us. It is not, it is not visible to us, right? The first thing is through our senses we cannot see, or we cannot see, hear, feel,
Yeah.
all that. So it is not possible for us to experience. Like, if I'm praying to Devata is the one who, it appears that, our wishes are getting fulfilled. So we think that the Devatas are the ones that are giving to us. And then it is not possible through inference also. Like, Anumanam is the next, the one that is, with inference, I can say, this Paramatma behind Devata. It is not possible because we are praying to Devata, Devatas are giving to us. It will stop there. So it is not possible to get this knowledge through inference. I mean, it is not possible to understand that Paramatma is behind these Devatas, or Paramatma is the one who is supporting and granting those wishes to be fulfilled through the Devata. It's not possible for us to know by inference. It is only possible to know through the Shastras, through our scriptures. And that's why Lord Krishna very clearly said, not many people know about me clearly, right? It's hard to know someone. It's hard to find someone who knows about me completely. So, um, I mean, with Acharya's blessings, we have to be really blessed to get this knowledge. Again, all of us who are going through this knowledge must be really blessed, and all those who will be probably seeing this on YouTube later must be really blessed to get this knowledge, right? I mean, we are not, Lord Krishna is not saying that stop praying to Devatas, right? Okay, but don't think that Devatas are the ones who are giving you. I am behind the Devatas. I am the one who is granting you the wishes through the Devatas. Devatas are just instruments, right? Even when we are doing any activity, we have to do the activity as a instrument in the hands of God, right? So Devatas are also doing that activity as instruments in the hands of God. Even if we don't think that way, see, like the if let us say we are able to do a particular activity, and we may think that I'm doing it, right? But the reality is, he's the one who is giving us the energy to do it. He's the one who is behind. He's the one who is using us as an instrument. But if I think that I'm the one who is doing it, I'm the one who is acquiring karmic bondage, right? So it is the reality does not change. Just because I'm thinking that I'm doing it by myself with my own energy, independently, I'm doing it. The reality does not change. Reality is Paramatma is the one who is behind, you know, that activity, right? But because my intentions, my thinking, my knowledge is not correct, I'm the one who is going to acquire the karmic bondage. Same way for Devatas as well, right? So the same logic applies to Devatas also. That they are giving something to us. They're doing an activity, right? In fulfilling our wishes. They must be thinking that it is Paramatma who is using them as an instrument in fulfilling our wishes. Okay. If they don't think that way, they are the ones who are going to get the karmic bondage. The reality does not change. The reality is Paramatma is the one who is behind them, giving us the whatever we are desiring.
So, Varprasad Garu, so the people who don't realize Paramatma behind everything, but they pray to these Devatas with utmost bhakti, ashraddha, the materialistic desire is still fulfilled, but the actual goal of realization
Perfect.
won't achieve,
Yes.
right? Okay.
Yeah. So, so what's the difference, right? If I pray to Devatas and Devatas are giving me, then why do I need to pray to Paramatma, right? Paramatma can be behind the scenes. I don't have to care about him. That's a question will come, right? So Lord Krishna said, you are praying to a Devata and I'm the one who is giving to you through the Devatas. Then what is the need to pray to the Paramatma? What's the need to pray to God? If I want something, I will go to the Devata and Devata will give to me. With, it is being granted by Paramatma only. But if Devata takes care of it, I don't have to go to Paramatma, right? So what's the difference? Why should I pray to God? Why should I even know about God? That question comes up. That Lord Krishna answered, right? Just to answer that question, Devatas have limited capacity, limited capability. They are given a particular kind of portfolio, right? So a particular Devata can only give a particular, desire, can only fulfill a particular desire, right? So, if I Devata is like an instrument, right? If I go to, let us say, um, let's say hammer, for example, hammer and a knife. Hammer can only do certain activity. Okay, you can use the hammer to break things, and a knife can do certain activity. You can use a knife to cut something. You go to a hammer and say you cut and a paper or something. It will not be able to do, right? So Devatas have a particular portfolio and also limited capacity, limited capabilities. So if we are approaching Devata, okay, we must know that whatever they can give to us is limited, right? And they may not be even able to give to us. If let's say I'm going to um, say fire Devata and asking for rain, it's not going to happen, right? So I'm go to a Varuna Devata and asking for fire is not, or Vayu, air, it's not going to happen. So basically, they have their own capabilities and limited capabilities again. Greater than us, definitely greater than a human being, but still limited capabilities. All of us are, you go to a doctor and ask the doctor to build a bridge, right? Can do, even though they may be a great doctor, can build a bridge, right? Same vice versa. Go to an engineer and ask that engineer to become a doctor. You can do that. And Devatas are at a very high level. They are able to do greater things, but still, they have limited capacity.
And just to clarify, I mean, yes, and again, the people who are going to Devatas or Paramatma, right? They'll be in this first two categories pious people, right? Arthaha and Arthati, right? They'll be in those two, right? Irrespective whether we go to Devata or we have Paramatma, right? But either way, yeah.
So those who go to the Devatas, it's a good question. So those who go to Devatas without thinking about Paramatma, without thinking of God, they don't come under the Artha Dhati category.
Yes.
So see, now let us think about something like you want promotion. Okay, very simple. Not think about any Devatas and things like that. You want promotion. Okay, you worked really hard and your boss gave you promotion. Who gave you promotion?
Boss. But when it comes for management, of course, right? He has to go through the whole pain. But yeah.
The boss gave you promotion with the permission from the management. But who really gave you the promotion?
Paramatma.
Yeah. So when we get a promotion, when we get a salary hike or promotion or something great, I mean something that we desire, right? If we stop with our boss or boss's boss, boss, we are not reaching to Paramatma. We are not recognizing Paramatma there. We are not praying to Paramatma. We are only focused on, I need to make my boss happy, and boss is the one who is going to give me. That our focus is limited to that only. Typically, that's what happens when we do not have focus on Paramatma, right? When we do not know about God, He is the one who is behind all this and giving to us. Then we will approach Paramatma. We will not limit ourselves to either a boss or
Boss.
Devata. Devata will not limit ourselves to a human or a Devata, right? We will approach, we'll surrender to Paramatma, will be devoted to Paramatma. So those who are not approaching Paramatma, they are approaching either a human being or a Devata. Okay, they may be thinking that they're able to get whatever they want.
Devata.
However, it is me, I am the one who is giving you. Okay, so they are not approaching me. They do not come under the category of those who are approaching me for wealth, self-realization, or God realization. Okay, they're approaching somebody else. Okay, Anya Devataha said, right? So they're approaching someone else, thinking that either they don't have knowledge of God, or they don't um, they don't think that they should pray to God, right? For whatever reasons, either they're they hate God or whatever, right? Those categories, those four categories. One of them don't know anything about God. The other three have some idea about God, but they don't approach, right? And they approach other devatas, thinking that other devatas are going to give them the whatever desires they have. And even though they don't approach me directly, even though they only focus on others, that they will give whatever, they will fulfill whatever desires they have, I am the one who is giving, he said. Right?
Yeah, yeah.
So if we know that, then we will approach Parama.
Yeah. But if you ask promotion, right? But still, I'm in the one and two categories, right? Artha or Arthati, right? Pretty much, it doesn't matter. But still, right? I won't be 3 or 4, right? Yeah. Even
Yeah. So if I ask for promotion, you are praying to Paramatma.
wealth,
So
right?
it is like this. So you pray to Paramatma that God give me the promotion, right? Okay. So it's not God will come appear in front of you and give a paper.
Right.
Everybody knows that.
Right.
So when you get the promotion letter from your boss, you thank your boss, but you'll not think your boss is the greatest, being on this earth who is able to do that. Okay, it is Paramatma who is behind behind the boss, made it happen for you, right? So when we receive that letter from the boss, we recognize Paramatma there. We do not stop with the boss. We do not stop with Devata. Whenever we get something, we will always associate it with Paramatma only. We'll take it as blessings from Paramatma. So that is when we come under the category of those who are approaching Paramatma, who are devoted to Paramatma. The second category of four sets of people: Artha, Ardharthi, Jignasu, Jnani. But if I don't know Paramatma, or if I know Paramatma, but I do not approach Paramatma, I only approach my boss or my Devata or a particular Devata, that I need this desire to be fulfilled, and keep the Paramatma aside for whatever reason.
Yeah.
And when we receive whatever we wanted, when the desire is fulfilled, we only focus on either the person or the Devata, that they are able to do independently. Then we do not come under this Artha Ardharthi category. Even though we are asking for money, same thing.
Yeah. We'll go to sinners category, of course. Other category sinners, right?
Right. So if we want something, we need to approach Paramatma. That is the right thing to do. So then we follow. I mean, if we are asking for wealth, right? Then yes, Artha Ardharthi, we become those two categories, and we approach Paramatma, and we recognize that, okay, I'm going to get the whatever desires fulfilled through Devatas, through another human being also, right? And when some certain thing happen like that, then we pray to Paramatma. So, for example, somebody wanted great health. They approach a doctor, right? So the health is cured. I mean, health became better. Then the doctor becomes God. No, right? I mean, Through
That's what-
doctor, I got the help. We pray to that person who is giving. We recognize them. We acknowledge it, but we do not stop there. We go all the way to Paramatma. Paramatma, you are the one who gave me this health through the doctor or through that Devata.
Got it. Thank you, Abhishek.
Okay, so we move on to the next sloka.
So Varaprasad garu, ఒక question అండి. So
Sure.
Reena here. So basically, we are actually every credit, everything that we receive from anybody, it needs to be credited to the Lord itself for everything.
Yes.
That is the bottom line. Whether it is
Yes.
Devata, whether it is anybody in person, like human beings, whatever, we have to
Yes.
recognize that it is Lord Krishna, and through in his hands we are instruments, whoever is doing something for us. So we
Yes.
have to be thankful, but we have to recognize the God's action behind it. That is the main
Yes.
ఇది అంతే కదా.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. That's right. Usually, typically we forget that. It is our greatness. We say performed really well. We are able to achieve something. We think it's our greatness, that we got, and or somebody did me a favor and gave me. It will limit to that only. But we have to go beyond and recognize Paramatma in everything, whatever results that we get. Thank you.
అండి.
We'll move to the next shloka 23. I'll share my screen. Okay. Okay, please chant. Antavattu phalam tesham
అంతవత్తు ఫలం తేషాం
tadbhavatyalpamedhasam
తద్భవత్యల్పమేధసాం
devan devayajo yanti
దేవాన్ దేవయజో యాంతి
madbhakta yanti mamapi.
మద్భక్తా యాంతి మామపి
Chant together.
అంతవత్తు ఫలం
తేషాం తద్భవత్యల్పమేధసాం దేవాన్ దేవయజో యాంతి మద్భక్తా యాంతి మామపి.
Lord Krishna is continuing, Shloka 23. Antavat tu phalam tesham. Tu means but, however. Tat phalam, that fruit. Tesham alpamedasam, of those less intelligent who worship other devatas. Antavat bhavati is perishable or finite. So we just discussed, that whatever we get from these devatas is finite, is perishable. They cannot give us something that is going to be there forever. Okay? Or unlimited. They cannot give unlimited. Okay? It is temporary. Whatever, if we want temporary results, if we want some finite results, then we can approach Devatas. Okay. The fruit that we get through the Devatas is Antavat Bhavati, is perishable and finite. Okay. Deva Yajaha Devan Yanti. Those who worship Devatas attain Devatas or attain the state of Devatas. Madbhaktaha Yanti Mamapi. My devotees attain even me. Okay. So if you want some temporary results, finite results, then you can go to those Devatas. You can worship those Devatas. But remember, I am the one who is giving you, who is granting you those wishes. Okay? It will appear to you as if the Devatas are giving you. Whatever, let's say if you are approaching a Devata, you are worshipping a Devata, you will attain the state of Devatas only. But my devotees, if you are devoted to me, you will attain even me. Okay? So, I mean, a lot is hidden here, like a lot of meaning is there. Devatas cannot give us permanent happiness because it is temporary. They can only give temporary happiness. They cannot give us permanent happiness. Before we go there, Lord Krishna used this word alpamedhasam, right? So those of less intelligent, those who have less intelligence, go to Devatas. Okay, whatever fruits they get, that is finite or temporary, right? So if you are really intelligent person, you will not go to Devata. You will not limit yourself to Devatas. Okay. So if so let us say, okay, the person is less intelligent, and then they worship the Devata, they can only go up to the state of the Devata. They cannot go beyond. Okay. See, there is another important secret hidden here. Lord Krishna is separating himself from those Devatas. He's superior compared to Devatas. Right? Everyone is same. Everyone is a form of God. Okay. If let us say approach a Devata, then if that Devata is also God, then there should not be a logic saying that I will not be able to achieve God, right? I will not be able to attain the state of Paramatma, isn't it? If that form, that Devata, is also Paramatma or God, then they should be able to give me that state. If I want, like I approach any Devata and then say, okay, I want to attain the state of God, right? Equivalent to God. I will not become God, but even if I say I want to attain the state equivalent to God, then if that Devata is same as God, should be able to give me, right? Lord Krishna is very clearly saying here, Devatas cannot give you that state equivalent to me. I am the only one who can give you. Okay? So, I mean, there should not be any confusion that, oh, everything is a form of God. Then there are, all these are gods. So, stressing on this again and again because I keep hearing this. Even learn people keep saying, and of course others, in order to ridicule the knowledge, the true knowledge, It's not there in our scriptures, but they say, oh, there are several gods. These people don't know which god they are going to pray, or the people who are going into a temple and they get confused. They see all this. Oh, we have 20 gods here, or we have you know 3 crores gods or 33 crore gods. It is not one god. Others are devatas. Okay, and you approach a devata, your desires can be fulfilled, but whatever desire is fulfilled, that is of temporary, finite in nature. If you are satisfied with it, no problem. You go to the devata, you get your desire satisfied, but of course you will not be on the path towards liberation, right? You will not be going one step up, right? You are still like either same level or you are going down, right? So uh, if you want to worship a devata, that's fine. I'm the one who is giving you the ability to worship that devata. I'm the one who is making you do that, enabling you to do that. So don't think that I'm doing it, right? So you get and be satisfied with whatever they give, then fine, right? So if you are approaching the devata, that devata cannot give you beyond what the devata is capable of, right? So the maximum that you can ask for is to reach the state of the devata. That is, you can ask for you know swarga, right? Is a state where we can enjoy some time and then come back again, take birth again. So there is a difference between Swarga and the liberation. Again, for those who think that Swarga and liberation are same, it's not. So you can approach a devata, ask for money, ask for even attaining the state of a devata. They will be capable of giving you that, but they cannot give you a state that is equivalent to me. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Right.
What was the Badrinath Garu? What was your question in the previous sloka? You were asking about Ardha and Ardharthi.
No, I was asking, I think there are two questions, right? First question was if someone has some desire, a promotion, okay? If they go to a Devata, okay, will they be one of those 4 categories? That's the first question. Second question was fine. I mean, I think Vapas explained that they won't be in those 4 categories of pious people, right? They will not be. Right? They will probably go into the other category sinners. And the second question was if I go for a wealth, right, the promotion, will that person be either Ardharthi or Arthaha? I think it's yeah. So I think Vapas answered that yes, it will be Ardharthi, right? Because you're asking for wealth. It will be Arthatri.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, if you are interested in wealth, if you wanted promotion because you want more money, then and approach Paramatma, then you become that wealth seeker, right? That category of people who are worshipping Paramatma, who are surrendering to Paramatma for the sake of acquiring wealth. Okay. So then, yes, we are in that category of pious people, which Paramatma likes, right? Out of all the pious people, he said, those who are seeking me are the best, right? The Gnanis or the God seekers are the best, he said.
So I'm sorry అండి బేసిక్ క్వశ్చన్ అడుగుతున్నాను మళ్ళీ సో ఇప్పుడు సో we have that knowledge that Paramatma is behind, right? But I keep asking, praying with so much devotion, recognizing Paramatma, but I'm earning money. Okay. So in this shloka, he's saying those who even if you go for those desires, um, he will get those desires fulfilled. At the same time, he's attaining him.
No,
So that's
no,
what he
wait.
said, right?
So, okay. If I approach a Devata for exclusively, like if I approach a Devata, I will not be able to attain Paramatma. I cannot ask a Devata to say, I want permanent happiness. I want moksha. I want liberation. I want a state equivalent to God. I will not, even if I ask, the Devata cannot give me.
No, Devata doesn't give. Say, for example,
Right.
take me. I am praying some Devata for something, for some materialistic desire, but recognizing that only Paramatma through which this Devata is, I'm getting it. So
Right.
I thought this 23 shloka is saying, yes, you get that whatever you're asking,
Yes.
because you are in the conscious of Paramatma, you will attain me also.
No.
No?
Will not. No. So to attain Paramatma, you have to have the only goal, one and only goal of attaining Paramatma.
Okay.
Okay. So exclusively Paramatma, I need to attain you. If you're praying to other devatas all your life, asking for wealth, you will not attain Paramatma. Even though you recognize Paramatma is behind and all that, right? You will be in those two categories, Artha, Arthati category. Okay.
If
So
I recognize and say, I'll fall into one of this first
right.
category.
So I recognize Paramatma, and Paramatma is the one I approach Paramatma. God, give me this, let us say, right? And I may go to another devata, like it could be anyone through which I get that result, right? I consider that result to be given by Paramatma only because I approached, I surrendered to Paramatma. See, that's the difference between surrendering and just asking. Surrendering, with full devotion means he's the only one who is giving me. Even if let us say let us say I pray to God and then ask for $100, and then while walking on the road I find $100. Okay, I will not attribute that, and then I take that $100. I will not attribute that to anything else other than Paramatma only. Even if somebody else gives $100 to me, I will not attribute to anything else other than Paramatma. Everything else is an instrument in his hands, right? So if I'm recognizing that, I approach Paramatma, God give me $100, and then I got it through some means, right? So then I'm in the category of worshippers of God, right? But I did not ask for um, God Himself, right? I did not ask for God realization. I'm asking for money, right? So then I will not attain Paramatma. Even though every time I'm thinking about Paramatma only, I'm linking everything to Paramatma, associating everything with Paramatma only. Still, I will not get because I'm focused on money, focused on some materialistic possession, right? So those are the four categories. One, those Aishwaryathis who are seeking money and seeking any materialistic possession. Or Jignasu is one who is seeking Atma, and Jnani is the one who is seeking Paramatma. So I should be in the category of a Jnani in order for me to attain moksha.
So all other categories will have that karmic bondage, even though they recognize um, Paramatma. That's
Okay,
what the
very
hurdle,
good
right?
question.
The
Very
karmic
good. So
bondage is the hurdle.
let us apply several principles here. So well, if I am an Artha Artharthi, will I get karmic bondage? That is a question, right? Because I am seeking wealth, will I get karmic bondage? Okay.
Yeah.
Now, if I am seeking that, okay, um, as a duty, not out of desires. Okay.
Mm.
See, I have to. I should have health to do anything, right? I have to take care of my body. Okay, what is that? What is the meaning of taking care of body? What is the goal or end result of taking care of body? What are you looking for? You want health, right? So your goal is health. So you already know you are taking care of the body and your goal is health. Now, who is giving you health? Is it you are taking care of the body giving you health or Paramatma giving you health?
Yeah, Paramatma.
So Paramatma is giving you health. So I am approaching Paramatma. Paramatma give me health, right? It is not out of again compare that to I need $1 million to enjoy my enjoy.
Okay.
You see the difference there?
Depends on
So
that.
those are not related to the goals that you have. Okay. See, like getting a lot of money for the sake of enjoyment, materialistic pleasures does not come under the category of the goals which I need to have, which I need to work towards, because that's my duty, right? And when I'm performing my duties, I don't, with karma yoga, I will not get karmic bondage, right? So if I am if I have desires and working with expectations on a certain result, then I get acquire karmic bondage. So now let us say you want a house. I mean, for us to do our activities, whatever duties that we have, we need a house. Okay. To that extent, if I'm okay, now I need a house to live. In order to live in a particular house, I need money. Who will give money? Is it my own work that is giving me money? No, it is Paramatma who is giving money. So I go to Paramatma, pray to Paramatma. I become the Arthi at that time, right? I, Arthi or Ardharthi, but one of those two categories. Either I lost the money and then I'm seeking or seeking new money. So then I am getting the wealth from Paramatma. I'm not getting any karmic bondage because of that. I'm doing my karma yoga. I'm doing the activity without having expectations. It is not just that I pray to God and then suddenly I have to get $1 million. I have no expectation. I only pray to God. God, you are the one who will give me, right? That's all. So then if he gives me, fine. If he doesn't give me, also fine. I have no expectations, right? So then I'm not getting karmic bondage. So again, that is towards your duties. There was I mean, we had discussions earlier also. If I want promotion, right? Does it become a desire or not? Should I not, should I not ask for promotion, right? So you can have a goal. I mean, students, they write it, they take tests. They want to perform well. Okay. I am doing an activity for a particular purpose. That purpose has, I mean, that is a goal. A student is preparing for a test. They know that the goal is to get the best, do the best, right? So go and pray to God saying that give me the best, no problem, right? So then again, it is linked to the goals. There's no karmic bondage there. Because you're recognizing that you're recognizing Paramatma is the one who is giving you that. I mean, if I don't recognize that, it's a bigger problem. That's it. I mean, then we will be thinking it's my preparation for the test that gave me a grade. It is not. So I mean, we have to, that's why whatever activity that we do, we first take permission from God, right? That is how, I mean, again, Sri Chinnaja Swamiji, like we see that any activity Swamiji does is first, take the permission of Paramatma, take the permission of Guru. I mean, because he's the one who is going to give me, and it's not my activities. Okay. And then it's not a desire that I have. It's a goal that I have. That's why in order to differentiate desires and goals, we have separate session earlier.
Yeah.
Goals are related to our duties. Okay. And goals. So it is fine to have a goal. It is fine to work towards a goal with no expectation that the result will be equal to what my goal is. Okay. And whatever result I'm getting, whether you meet the goal, don't meet the goal, doesn't matter. Whatever result I'm getting, it is coming from Paramatma only. If I have that, then no karmic bondage. So if you are praying to other devatas, seeking money, right? Then it could, if you recognize Paramatma, fine, right? If you recognize Paramatma, less chance of getting karmic bondage. But if you don't recognize Paramatma, 100% chance of getting karmic bondage.
Yeah.
Because it becomes a desire and you're fulfilling your desire through that devata without so we are not following the karma yoga principle at all, like, right?
Right.
So we are having certain expectation, right? The devata will give me that, and we are looking forward to it, you know. So if all that is comes under non-karma yoga principles.
Yeah.
Just to extend our question, and sorry, apologies. Just to extend our question, right? But the person has to go from 2 to 4, right, to reach Paramatma, right? Yes, you won't get karmic bondage, but when will he get moksham, right? And unless he goes from 2 to 4, because Paramatma said that only 1 million, right? 1 billion, right? And he has to upgrade himself, right, from
Yes.
1, 2 to 4, right? And to reach Paramatma.
Lord Krishna answered that question.
I
It will
think
be there.
he doesn't guarantee. I know that he said one of the
So it's a wonderful thing that Lord Krishna Lord Krishna has he expected what kind of questions
Yeah.
we would.
Like people like me, they keep asking same thing. Balaji
That's a very good question. This is a very logic. That's why Bhagavad Gita is great logic, goes from step by step.
Yeah.
Okay. It's fine to just open the book and then read a particular sloka and then try to understand, apply. That's fine. But there is a sequence, there is a structure in Bhagavad Gita. Goes step by step. So there is no question of ambiguity at all. Perfectly, that question is directly answered.
Yeah.
How do you go from step 1 to step 4? That Krishna answered that question. Um, so, who is an unintelligent person? Less intelligent person. Less intelligent person is the one who does not recognize Paramatma.
behind all of this. Yeah.
Right. Less intelligent person are the ones who are going to other devatas, right? And thinking that they can independently give me what I want. Less intelligent people are those who are looking for something that is temporary and finite. Okay. Less intelligent people are those who are going to somebody who cannot give them that. Right? All these are extensions of the same, right? So if I am really intelligent, intelligent is having that knowledge and I'm able to apply that knowledge properly. So if I am able to apply the knowledge, then I go to Paramatma directly. I don't go to just the Devatas and limit myself to Devatas. I don't go from one Devata to other Devata to other Devata, thinking that this Devata will give me, that Devata will give me, that Devata will give me. Right? I directly approach Paramatma. Whichever Devata you want to give me through that, it's fine with me. Okay? And then if I happen to go to another Devata, then I will pray to Paramatma behind the Devata. I will not limit myself to the Devata. Right? Here the Devatas are different from Paramatma's incarnations. Please don't, one of the questions that previous sessions was Rama and Krishna, and the incarnations of Paramatma. They are not considered Devatas. They are incarnations of Paramatma. Okay. So if I'm going to Lord Krishna is Paramatma. He's the one who is going to give me through any Devata or human being or animal, doesn't matter, right?
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Yep. Now.
So if I want God realization, who is the only one we should approach?
Paramatma.
Paramatma, right? Paramatma is the only one we should approach.
What's that?
Yeah. Thanks, Andy.
So anyone other than Paramatma, even if we approach, we are in this cycle of life and death. Okay. Okay.
What about Guru Garu? Guru Garu also will make us reach Paramatma, right? Our Guru.
So Guru is the one who can show Paramatma to us, right? So like he's the one who is leading the way towards Paramatma. Okay.
Okay.
So that is Guru does not claim that he is God, right? Does he?
Right. Yeah.
So what is Guru doing there? He's the one who is introducing us to Paramatma. This whole thing, this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, for example, we will not be able to understand by ourselves. It is Guru who has given this knowledge to us, right? So because of Guru only we came to know about Paramatma. And just knowing is not sufficient. We have to practice, right? Because of Guru only we will be able to practice. So every step of the way, Guru is there with us to lead us in the path towards God realization. So he's the one who is, even considered as greater than Paramatma in some cases, because without Guru, even Paramatma cannot, will not be able to reach to us, right? That's what we learned in the previous sloka. The Jnanis are the ones who, they are like my own self, he said, right? But they are not they are not Devatas. They are not the God.
Paramatma.
Yeah. So Jnani will never, Jnani is the one who is seeking God realization. They cannot claim themselves as God, right? So the one who is the Jnani is able to bring other people along with them, right? He is the one who is able to show Paramatma to others who are seeking. So Jnani becomes the like the self of Paramatma, like the Atma. He is like Atma for Paramatma, right? But he is not Paramatma. Because of the Jnani, because of the Guru, we are able to see Paramatma. We are able to finally recognize, realize Paramatma, reach that state only through Guru. Without that, we will not be able to.
Yeah. Got it, Andy. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, so move on to the next sloka. 24. Please chant. Avyaktam vyaktimapannam
Avyaktam vyaktimapannam
manyante mama buddhayah.
manyante mama buddhayah
Param bhavamajananto
Param
Param
bhavamajananto
bhavamajananto
mama vyayamanuttamam
mama
mamavyayamanuttama
yamanuttamam
avyaktam
yaktam
Vyaktam
vyaktam
manyante
manyate
mamruddhayah
mamruddhayah
param
param
Brahmavajananto
brahmavajananto
bhavayanuttamam
Tamam.
So less intelligent people approach other devatas, right? Seeking temporary, limited, desire, and seeking to fulfill their temporary limited desires. Lord Krishna is saying, Abuddhayaha mam manyante. Abuddhayaha is foolish, unintelligent people, one who is lacking buddhi. Unintelligent people, mam manyante, think or consider me, that is Lord Krishna, as what? Avyaktam vyaktim apannam. Avyaktam is unmanifested. Vyaktim is manifested. Okay. So, tough words, English words. Avyaktam, unmanifested, is not having form, not having, is not there, not having form or birth, right? So before birth, before something coming into existence, it is unmanifested. When it comes into existence, it is manifested, right? When it comes into existence, it took a form that we can recognize, realize, or we say birth, having taken birth. So other people, those others who are unintelligent people, they consider me, Lord Krishna, that I was unmanifested, attained manifested state. I was not existing. I was not having a form before, and I took birth. Okay, I manifested now as Lord Krishna, not Lord Krishna, just Krishna. So unintelligent people consider me like anybody else who is taking birth on this earth. Okay, ajanantaha, not knowing. What do they not know? Mama avyayam anuttamam param bhavam. My eternal, unsurpassed, supreme nature. So they do not know about me. Lord Krishna is saying that Krishna, when he's standing in front of Arjuna, is saying, these unintelligent people, they think that I took birth like anybody else. Okay? I was not existing before, and I took birth. Not knowing my greatness, not knowing my eternal, unsurpassed supreme nature. I mean, my supreme nature that even other devatas don't have that. I'm above the devatas. Okay. So all these, say for example, say Duryodhana and others, right? They did not consider Lord Krishna to be the supreme Paramatma. Okay. At the best, they would have seen him as, someone who has a great powers, like other people have in those days. Bhishmacharya has, like other people has, and also they recognize some devatas as well. So they would have considered him to be like anybody else who takes birth. Now we have to know that Deva, Manusha, Tiryak, Sthavaras. Those are the four categories of beings of this in this universe, right? So they consider me like anybody else who takes birth. Okay. So they think that, oh, this person, Krishna, is a son of Vasudeva, like any other ordinary person would take birth. Okay. Now, those who know about karmic bondage, and because of karmic bondage, people take birth, right? Then they'll say, oh, Krishna also like anybody else who had karmic bondage, was under the influence of this karmic bondage, and then he had to take birth, just like anybody else. Okay, but they do not know my nature. They do not know that I took birth out of compassion for everyone, out of affection for everyone, and I took birth to be easily accessible to all. Okay, compassion, affection, and easy accessibility. For that purpose, I took birth here. Okay. So when other people, these less intelligent people, they think that he is like anybody else. Obviously, they do not take refuge in Lord Krishna, right? So this, even though I am right in front of them, they're not taking. They're not devoted to me. They don't surrender to me. They do not take refuge in me, thinking that I took birth like anybody else. Okay. We'll move to the next sloka. Sloka 25. Please chant. Naham prakasas sarvasya yoga maya samavrutah mudhoyam nabhijanati loko mamajamauvyayam. Naham prakasas sarvasya
Yogamaya
samavritah
Mudhoyam Navijanati Loko Mamam Jayam.
So unintelligent people, less intelligent people, or foolish people, they do not recognize me, my nature, my true nature, right? They think that I'm like anybody else who took birth on this earth, right? So Lord Krishna is continuing. Yoga Maya Samavritaha, enveloped in this human body. Okay. Aham Sarvasya Na Prakasaha. I do not shine to all. Right? Because I am having a body that looks like anybody else's body, right? So people, I do not shine to all. Means they do not recognize me, right? Because I look like any other human being, right? Because I'm I'm having this human body, okay? I am mudha lokaha, these deluded people, Mam na abhijanati. Do not recognize me as what? Ajam avyayam. Ajam is unborn, having no beginning. Avyayam is imperishable, having no end. So, anyone who takes birth in this human body, they have a birth and death, right? So, the one who has, because I'm having this body, they think that I am like anybody else who has a birth and who has, who has an end, okay, or perishable, like anybody else, okay. And he referred to them as these deluded people. Okay, or those who are, see, delusion is what? Delusion.
Recognize something is something else.
Not clear thinking.
Right. Not able to, see the reality, truth. They're thinking something is something else, right? Uh, so even though, I mean, so that's why even though I took birth, right, I am Ajam Avyayam, right? I am unborn. That means I have no beginning. I was there always, and Avyayam, I will be there forever. There is no end for me. Even though, so I have that, that is my nature. But because I took this form, these people who are deluded, they're not able to recognize the truth, the nature, right? So here Lord Krishna is saying, so what are these foolish people thinking, right? They do not recognize me as the Supreme, right? Like Ajab, Avayam. They will think, they are thinking like anybody else that I took birth. Okay. But I am the one who took this human form out of compassion. It is not that I'm not capable of taking some other form, right? Out of compassion, I took this form to be easily accessible to all, so that you can surrender to me, right? See, if it's not necessary that Paramatma has to take birth. Uh, we covered this, like, is it necessary for Paramatma to actually take birth, wait for 100 years, have Kurukshetra war? No, right? So some people may say, oh, Lord Krishna is instigating all this, fight between the two families, and he's responsible for all this, and he has to take birth to do. He doesn't have to. I mean, that is not his primary purpose. If he wishes, things will happen in 1 second. Okay, so he wants to be easily accessible to people. I mean, how great are those people who are able to see Lord Krishna and recognize him at that time? But unfortunately, the foolish people didn't. Like, all the Kauravas did not, and even Arjuna also did not till till Kurukshetra war, right? So he wanted to make himself available out of compassion, even though, I mean, it's not necessary for him to go through all the pains as a human being goes through. It doesn't have to be. He could simply, appear and then leave. Doesn't matter. Nobody's going to question. But he wants to be accessible to all the people that are around him. And out of compassion, he did it. Oh, I need, compassion towards all of us. And then uh, Paramatma will go through a list. So his actions are greater than. So we do not recognize, or those who think that he's like anybody else, born like anybody else. They do not think that Paramatma actions are greater than even Devatas, right? Um, they do not know that his radiance is greater than that of sun and fire. Like they think he's like any other human being. They do not know that he is eternal. They they do not know that he is the only cause for this entire universe. They do not know he is Lord of all. They think that it's just a human being. So they don't surrender. They don't take refuge in him. So see here, Yoga Maya Samavritaha is yoga is associated with that. Maya here is Prakriti, right? Not the illusion. The Prakriti is reality. Again, we went through this before. That is very complex in nature, under his control, right? So Yoga Maya Samavritaha is, our bodies, again, Lord Krishna's body is not made of these Panchabhutas, but to others, it will appear like the body that he has is like our own bodies, just like our bodies. So they tried to, for example, Duryodhana tried to uh, imprison him and all that, thinking that he's like anybody else. I will be able to do whatever to you like I did to other people, thinking that he's not one person. So uh, that's what he's clarifying. Again, less intelligent people don't approach me, and I do not shine to them because I'm in this human form. Just an extension, right? We can extend it also to the Archamurti nowadays, right? We think Archamurti is okay, just a stone or Panchalohas, right? Just like any other statue, any other stone. This is also another stone. What is so great about it? That's what we think, right? That's what those foolish people are thinking. He took up human form, so he must be a human. So we say, oh, this is a statue, so it's not moving, it's not talking, so it is like any other, lump of stone or metal or something. So, but it is not, right? It is a direct representation, Paramatma standing there, right? So again, not every stone becomes like that. So those those deities which are consecrated, with the scriptures, whatever is given in the scriptures. So those we treat them as a special, right? So Lord is accessible to us through the Archamurti. Okay, just like in those days, he came down to earth out of compassion as a human form. Here, to be accessible to all of us, is in the deity form. Okay. Finished sloka 25, right? It's 9:33. Any questions?
The thing is, all this is sort of so means difficult to understand. Means how does it get implemented in the real world? Means that was, I've been through these lessons and I'm thinking, okay, means I understand this, Devatas, Paramatma. So if we are going to a temple, say, we have all the Devatas and we have Krishna also. So are we also praying to Paramatma? So is it all, it's all covered in there, or what is it means? If I were to implement whatever we're learning over here, would I have to become a sadhu or sannyasi and just think about uh,
No,
Lord Krishna? So in the last two lessons, I've been sort of trying to see this. How do I implement this in my real life? And I think at some point of time, maybe you could provide us some guidance with that. So yeah,
sure, sure. I
that's
mean,
another discussion.
there are
Maybe
bits
that's
and
another.
pieces we give, right? For example, just now we said that when you go to temple, don't see that as a statue, right? Lot of people. There was a, I think, Badri you had a question that one of the from a boy, small boy, who asked you or some in a group asked, I'm praying, but I'm not able to see God. When will I see God? Right? That was a question that you asked. I mean, the answer is we are seeing God whenever we go to temple directly. But only thing is we don't believe. Exactly same, this sloka that is given there, that we because it is in that statue form with, and our understanding is, oh, God means, oh, such a grandiose big thing, and we should talk, should be able to do. Like if I ask for something, he should immediately give me something. If he doesn't, then is not God, and some misconceptions. But when I go to temple, you have to see that God is standing there. You're not seeing the metal or a stone or something else there. I mean, even in your home also, when you in your home, if you have deities, when you go there, you're literally seeing Paramatma there. Okay. So just praying to Paramatma doesn't mean he will give you everything, but that it is Paramatma that is standing or sitting there in whichever form it is, right? The Paramatma deity form. So there's a practical, very, very powerful practical thing, because a lot of people think they have not seen God. We don't know how, where he is in, somewhere in the, somewhere else. But Paramatma is right in front of us. If you want to, have the Paramatma on your table, you can, and he will be guiding you. So then another thing is that we to apply practically, right? We have to approach through Acharya. So it is not possible for us to, understand all these concepts and apply it ourselves. So Acharya is the one who will teach us. Again, with Sri Swamiji's guidance, we are learning something, a little bit, whatever, and then trying to share. And of course, we have all the mediums accessible. We can approach Acharya and get more and more. The only thing that we need is that your intention to apply this. Paramatma will find you a way. Okay, you just have to have the intention. That's it. So it is not that I have to do a lot of things, then only this will happen. No, you don't have to do anything. You have to have the intention. With pure heart, just ask. Paramatma will make it happen for you. You will be able to understand how to apply this practically. We can go through this as we go through. And again, there's a lot of, we have books and we're going to ask any question in this satsang. Will be, if possible, we can answer, or we can reach Sri Swamiji and get clarifications. But Bhagavad Gita gives the entire roadmap on what we need to do practically, not just. And one more thing is that's another reason why we are studying Ramayana, is that Ramayana gives us the examples, right? Doesn't give you just a sloka and then the theory part. It actually gives you the examples and the practice. So we can learn from Ramayana. So if you combine Bhagavad Gita and Ramayana, it will become clear. And with Acharya's blessings, things will become more and more clear.
And Shyam, you need to learn inch by inch, right? It takes ages, right? Because everything's imbibed, right? Right, for last 50, 40 years, right? It's hard for us to change, right? Overnight, right? Even with one class of 100 classes of 1 year, it takes ages, right? And slowly, maybe that's why it's very minute things, right? I think slowly, right? I mean, coming out of, I think, that 67 sloka and second chapter, Dhyato Vishal.
That's what we shambles.
Very small things matter. I think, yeah, practice, right? It's okay. I mean, as long as we get through that, okay, inch by inch, it's okay, right? You'll see the difference slowly.
The cornerstone for this is that you do the right things, When in your life, what you do is help out people, do the right things. And I think that is one madhyam that you
Coming
could
back to
do.
Paramatma, everything. Yeah, I mean,
I mean, just I know we are over time, but one very thing, very clear direction is Karma Yoga. Don't have to know a lot of things. Just follow your duties. Do your duty without expectations as service to God. That's it. Okay. And stay away from desires, because those are our enemies. Two things, if we are able to do, everything else builds on top of it. See, if you're thinking of running after something, think whether it is our duty or not. It will become clear, right? And if we don't, I mean, again, whether it's a desire or a goal, then everything will become clear to us. We do not have to become a sadhu or sannyasi. We will act like a sadhu or sannyasi while living in this world, doing everything that we are supposed to do. That would be what will happen. We'll go through in detail. Yep. Okay. Thank you. We'll conclude with the concluding prayer. Kayena vacha mansendriyerva buddhyatmana pravritti sudhavan karomi yajjat parasmai narayanaaya samarpayami. Sriman
Samarpayami. Sarvam Krishnarpanamastu.
Om Samgurubhyo Namaha.
Jai
Jai
Shri
Narayana. Thank you, everyone. Jai Shri Narayana. Thank you.